Fury of different beautiful things. One of which was starting with Family Matters, after which it will be Business Connect, and finally Dear Men today. But on Family Matters, there are matters arising, my people. I'm going to tell you, we're going to state this very clearly. When we had this matter on the front burner, we wanted to talk about this matter. We're going to get the person, one of the people involved in the story, to be in the studio, and we had it all planned. But she cancelled out yesterday. However, the matter does not run away, and it's a prevailing conversation that I think we need to have on Family Matters, and I'm sure that Gift thinks the same way.
Oh, most definitely. When she cancelled, I just thought to myself, you know what? It's something that is prevailing. It's something that a lot of people are going through out there, and it was like a divided house. Sort of, when that video was posted. And we're talking about the video concerning Adetong Onajobi, who did do a video on social media. I think it was around like 5 a.m. She was going through her estate, and she saw a woman who was cleaning up the sides of the street with her daughter, sweeping, and brought out her phone to record the conversation she was having with the woman. So she goes on to tell her, you shouldn't bring a young girl out here to it's child labor. She shouldn't be here. She should be in school. And she sort of scolded the woman in front of her daughter.
Directly scolded
the
woman.
Girl
to go and sit at a spot.
And not to pick up a broom and not do anything. If not, she was going to take her daughter away from her.
Yeah, she
actually did threaten that if you bring your daughter here again, we'll take her away from you because what you're doing is child labor. And I mean, as soon as she posted that video on social media, which I think
it went viral.
Necessary.
We'll get there.
We'll get to the meat of the conversation, but we're just trying to establish the facts out here. So afterwards, I mean, a lot of people came for her in the comment section, started saying a lot of things about what she had done wrong. You shouldn't have recorded the girl. You shouldn't have recorded the woman. I mean, she was just helping her mother out. A lot of people had their own opinions, honest opinions about what they thought about the issue. And then she decided to make amends, in quote and unquote, heading to the woman's house to see her and talk to her and apologize, saying I didn't to work for a month.
And she leaves her house in
Oworu to Ikoyi. And that day, she had taken her daughter because it was a free day from school. I think it was on Monday.
It was a holiday.
It was the holiday that we just had Monday and Tuesday. And she apologized. She stood her ground. Please don't bring your daughter. Our children don't have to see the things that we're going through as parents. I mean, shield your daughter from this.
Please cram that side.
Yes.
Our children don't have to see these things we're going through as parents. That will out there that people should, if they want to donate and help in any way,
put out her phone number and everything.
I think the reason we're looking at this matter is she kind of highlighted child labor in Nigeria. And I hear her, and there are children that are being exploited for, child labor does exist and is very prevalent in Nigeria. However, it turns out that, like we said, the woman is a cleaner in that estate. She goes from Oworu to Ikoyi to clean for them. Her take home is 19,500 naira. She took her child, according to the findings. Even she alluded to that. Yeah. She took her. I think she has 4 children.
Yeah, 4 kids.
Yes, she took her oldest child, who is 11, if memory serves me right, and took her with her to her workplace. And as she was sweeping and cleaning, the young lady, her daughter, was sweeping on the other end, which is where Just Adetong, as you find her on social media, found them and started to record. Now, we're going to, as much as possible, look at it from as many sides as possible, because we try to make sure we're not on any side of the divide. I remember that you saw that story after that, and then you showed me. I was offended immediately, if you remember very well. Now, the conversation about child labor versus training our children has surfaced. Say that we are very industrious as Africans is because we learn skills. We learn basic skills and survival skills anywhere in the world. Nigerians, you'll find Nigerians, they tell you that you find Nigerians across the world in the remotest places, and you will find us doing all sorts of hand labor, blue collar jobs, as well as white collar jobs. Yes. So where is the place of training your child? And then that statement, see, many angles. I'll try and I'm trying not to give you everything at the same time, but again, my blood is also hot on this matter. And I'm going to tell you before the end of the show, one thing that critically I totally say without bias or anything that Just Adetong was wrong with or wrong on. I will mention that before the end of the show. But let's talk about this vis-a-vis our growing up and our parents growing up. We grew up where a lot of our parents were taught by what they saw their parents do.
Right.
Their parents would take them to those workplaces and they will learn the handy job. And a lot of people became all sorts. Blacksmiths, carpenters,
mechanics, exactly,
cleaners, and what have you, and we're good at it because they learn from their parents.
Right.
Where is the place of training your child and training your child in skills
as
or
against
teaching them what
child
you
labor
do as against child labor? That's the conversation we're having today.
So I think that I totally agree with you when it comes to like the difference between child labor and training, because you just open my eye to something now. So I am of the opinion that if you see from a standpoint of someone who is sold to go hawk by an auntie and uncle, we see them around the streets of Lagos, you see them at the roundabouts, I mean really close by, you would see them hawking granite and doing all sorts at a really young age, only to take the money back to this auntie to say, oh, this is what I got from this entire day. And even at that, sometimes they don't eat, sometimes they don't even sleep well, they wake up really early, they don't have an education. Maybe that is what I would love to describe as child labor.
Yes.
Now, it's with the aspect of training. I remember vividly as a 15-year-old, just after secondary school, my mom got a store somewhere in Bariga. And I remember her waking up in the morning. I'm the first of 4 siblings. And I remember waking up in the morning those times and I would make buns and I would make egg rolls. Yes, I would make them. Before then, it was my mom that actually taught me how to make all of these things and baking. To the point where I even got to bake a wedding cake.
At 14, you were learning to
I was learning to do all of these things. So I even baked a wedding cake not too long ago, like 2 years ago, owing to that training. So now if you call me and say, oh, Gift, come make a puff puff or something, or come make a buns, it's easy for me because these are some things that I learned from my mom. It comes to me naturally because I was trained in that aspect. So I would make it and then head to, this was me just waiting for the university, tertiary education. I had written JAM and it was just a bit after JAM that I was doing this with her. And at first it was her doing it and then I was like, oh, mommy, let me just try once. And I tried once and she liked it. She's like, okay, I think but you just need to do it once in a while. Let me see how good you're going to be at. And then I'll take it to the store and sell it. Would you call that child labor? Would you call that child labor? Was my mom, was I laboring for anything?
So please note that this is not a bashing of Just Adetun.
Oh no, it's not.
I repeat very clearly, this is not a bashing of Just Adetun. But when a situation comes like this, first thing I think that she should have gotten the information properly before she put out a video. This is what social media does to you. Social media frenzy is the bane of our existence right now.
I agree.
Because you have put that woman out there as a woman that does not take care of her
children.
A woman that is basically sending her child to child labor. When in fact, she clearly stated, it was a holiday.
Public holiday, that's why she's here.
She was supposed to be with her siblings, but I decided, okay, let me take her with me to work while the dad is with the kids.
Haven't you at some point in your life say, mommy, I want to follow you to work? It's like a normal thing. Oh, mommy, let me follow you to work. And then even if the mother doesn't say anything, the girl could go pick up the boy and just want to help her mom.
If the mother
without wanting
also,
to do
when
anything,
when she was capturing the video, the woman was sweeping on one end and the child was sweeping on the other end. If this was a case of the woman sitting down and doing nothing,
and the child was
sweeping, I would say absolutely child labor. What the heck is that? But maybe we are biased. So this is why you get to call and
be a part of the conversation. Yes, we don't.
0705-690-0927. That's the number to call. If you've seen the video, do you think that Adetun did anything wrong, or do you think that we're the ones who are 05-690-0927? I really wanted her to be here, and when she said she was going to be here, I was very excited about it because it was a chance for us to actually get her own and actually ask her these questions directly.
Because I know that, some people may come out to say, oh, I did all of these things. Oh, there's a video I saw on social media that absolutely, it broke me because this girl had called out her mom. But let's take this call.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
A parent trying to
exploit
her, and she has some few grown-up
children.
Children. Sometimes, because of their level of hardship, one time I was coming back, she said, "Oh, guys, she came to beg." I said, "Madam, I cannot be touching your money always. You can do this stuff."
Are you still there, Mr. Henry?
All right, you can call us back. 0705 6900927 is the number to call and send a WhatsApp message to. Alternatively, you can send a text to 0903 714 2798.
One of the things I would have liked to hear from Adeton, just Adeton, what she's popularly called. And when, okay, let me hold that thought.
Hello, good evening. Good morning. Wow.
Hey.
Good morning. Now, really, hey. You need to ask me. Oh, Saturday show. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Good morning, Mr. Ben.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
At least I'm not the only one that fails.
All right, Mr. Ben.
What's your
Talk to
take?
us.
You see all these things, they are failures of our government.
How so?
It is, yes. You can imagine the Western countries like UK, America, Canada, all these countries, even Italy, Germany. Well, immediately a child come into this world, they start paying the child. Primary, secondary, university, free. The parents kept on receiving allowance because they give birth to a child, they brought a child into this world. Tell me why the mother or father will carry it.
You know, I was telling you about the young boy that's a fashion designer.
That he became fashion at 4.
Yes.
At 4 years.
I stumbled on it on YouTube one day, and let me tell you, when I say this boy is a fashion designer, he is good.
He's a
He is
fashion
so good.
mogul
He's done
at 8 now.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Done
about to be
exhibitions.
9 this
His
year.
name is Max Alexander. He started when he was 4, and because of his love and the work that he did, people started, asking him to make, like, influential people, celebrities were asking him to make outfits for them. Someone even bought him a proper machine that, AI machine that does half of the work, but you see him and the joy with which
Designing.
I have watched a whole
Couple of
thing
videos.
on
Couple of videos.
I watched a whole video of him on YouTube a while ago. So when this happened, I think I was telling you about it. I was like, "There's that young man. I need to remember his name. He was 4 years. He's now 8 years old." There is a video of an African young lady. I don't know.
In Nigeria. No. She's Nigerian. Because I did the one that braids hair.
Oh.
Guess what? There's even another that's close to where I used to live. I think she was 5 then, and she could braid hair. She could do Ghana weavings with hair, and I was in awe when I first saw her. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you can do this? That's her getting a skill whilst staying in her mom's store. So now, back to even what I was talking about with regard to a post I saw on social media where someone said, "Oh, I used to cook, I used to clean, I used to follow my mom to work, I used to do this, I used to do this." I mean, I'm traumatized from all of that. And I'm like, wait. She's abroad right now. And she has said all the things that she had to do. I'm like, don't you think that some of these things are the reason why you are even the way that you are?
Skills.
They're survival skills. They are life skills that you have learned over time that is even making you who you are at the moment. Now, I mean, I don't need to take baking classes because I can bake. Because of my mom. I don't need to take... Okay, guess what? What if this young girl literally opens a cleaning service tomorrow? Or what if
3
seeing...
years old.
Exactly. Or what if seeing what her mom has gone through, she decides that, oh, you know what? I don't want life to be like this for me. I want to be better for myself.
Oh, I'm coming. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sorry, my
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Eric.
I remember when I finished my secondary school, while waiting for JAM for admission, my dad decided to take me to work in town, in his place of work. And from there, I thought, that is what is helping me to live well. You understand?
Yeah.
Right. That is what is helping me. All the properties that I acquired, if I got a US, that is what has helped me today to be an employer of labor.
Wow.
Understand? Yes. Today I can comfortably beat my chest and tell you I've had this with at least nothing less than 2 head of this country.
You can imagine.
At least I'm telling you the skill I acquired.
From your dad when you were...
About what people say. You, the parents, you know that you are not doing child labor with your child. You are putting your child through to face the realities of life when it comes.
Right.
The lady that says she got traumatized because of what her mom used to ask her to do in Nigeria, whatever she is today, she should go and be thanking her mom. And this. But we all know this.
like one caller said, that government has done nothing. Government has done nothing. Today you go and see children that are doing vulcanizing, so many things, because government has not done anything. And these children help their parents because if they don't help, everybody should just go and play.
All right.
Because the real government is not helping us. So we have to devise a means to help themselves. How can they help themselves? That
Okay.
is just the reality.
Thank you,
God
Henry.
help Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you so
much.
much, Henry.
Child labor versus child development.
And
I like
training,
the way Mr. Ben
yes.
called it. He said this is just child,
Child development.
Hello, good morning.
That woman, I don't know her name, but I say it's child labor. What do you say about motorbike children that are homeless? We are giving
Right.
by all those mad women. You know, some of them, their parents left them and run away.
Right.
Some of them, we have given them to buy sex workers. They are in the motor park, they are under bridge, it's criminal. They are the ones that go and buy Igbo for them,
Hey.
buy second hot drinks for them.
Actually, that's
Don't
abuse
hear
on
from
many
two
levels.
children, and the one that is with the mother is in heaven. Go and see all these children. And the night they are the mercy of criminals.
Thank
They
you.
become one themselves after some time.
If you're not careful, yes.
You join the bandwagon.
Thank you
so much, Mr. Ben. You see how I was able to, at the back of my mind, differentiate child labor and child development. From a parent to a child who is ensuring that their child they're going to school, getting the basic things. There's education, there's money, there's food, there's shelter over your head, and you're treating this person nice. And then maybe because of the financial constraints that your family may be facing, you decide that, okay, we need extra helping hands to do some things.
I'm going to tell you to Ikate. Yeah, Ikate here. On the
Yes,
island, Lekki.
Ikate, I remember.
Because they are there a dime a dozen, and they're in that story.
Right.
Adetoun should have confirmed her facts first. What the woman did was like,
Take my child to work.
I'm not sure the woman's story is a depiction of child labor. Yes, it was early, but it was a public holiday and her mom works first thing in the morning. It was completely different and can't be characterized as child labor.
Which is absolutely true.
There's something I told you to have it at the back of your mind. from
Yes,
the
let
beginning.
not our mothers, we're mothers or we're parents, don't let our children see what we have
That's
to
it.
go through. Because
So-
those were the words of Adeton. We're mothers, don't let our children the children don't have to see the things that we go through.
I do not agree.
I absolutely don't agree as well.
We might not be able to, this particular part of the conversation, we might not be able to finish it right now or today. But honestly speaking, I think that is also part of the reasons that we're having the decay in the system that we are having. And when I say decay in the system, decay in teaching a child to grow up, teaching a child responsibility, teaching a child that life doesn't always get offered to you.
Yes.
I made a reference that you and I listen, we gist after on and off air a lot.
Yes, we do.
And I talked about the person that came to mind was Tiana's Empire.
Yes, we did talk about her. How she
Tiana,
started really young with her
Yes,
mom.
with her mom and her mom's mom. Her mom's mom
Her
taught
grandmother,
mom,
and then
her mom.
it's like a generational
taught her.
thing, and that's why she's one of the best designers that Nigeria has to
Nigeria right
offer
now.
because of all of that. So, would you say that her mother was taking her through child labor? Okay, what would you say about kids who have to stay in the stores when their moms have to go for a meeting or something, and they keep their child at the store to
Man
hold
the
fort
store, yeah.
for them? Tinuke, joba mi toju shop mombo. So, would you call that child labor?
Would you call that child labor? It's also the ref. So I tell you the things that upset me about this entire thing because time is not always
on
our
our
friend.
side.
One of the things that upsets me was putting out a video without asking questions. She said, "I will not hear your story now," but I want
She
to
didn't
put out
want
a
to
video."
even
I'm like,
know.
That is the first problem. You shut that woman down before you got a chance to hear her. And clearly you found out that you made it, whether she likes it or
blunder,
not,
yeah.
you made a mistake. You have turned that child it's just sometimes people just need to be informed
It's
and
even
educated.
the fact that she says, "Oh, I will take the child away from you," and
What
you
right
could
do you
even
have to do
see the
that?
woman, like when Adeton went to apologize to her, you could see her. She was crying. I'm sure that she
Yes,
went back
because
home
she
and she
has
started
been rubbish.
thinking about herself and her life and how someone who's a woman like her has the effort to tell her that about her own
I'm
child.
going to make the matter worse. You know, if she's coming
Lord.
from a family of in-laws that are horrible,
Uh,
this is a clear excuse for them to come at her on another level. She did mention her husband wasn't working. So she's the one carrying the burden of the
Of
whole
the
family.
home.
And you know, I'm going to mention this in passing, but I also thought genuinely about the idea of, I'm looking for the best way to put it. I also thought about why she took her daughter, because if you notice, all the other kids are sons.
Yeah.
She took her daughter with her that early that morning that the child wasn't going to school. I mean, it could be anything. You don't know the story behind. But let me tell you the grave. I didn't say anything.
You didn't need to say anything for me to catch that.
You get it. If you don't,
you didn't
don't.
need to say anything to catch that.
The final thing I'm going to say, and you know, I respect people who are humanitarians and try to add value and try to help people, but don't do that at the detriment of the people that you're helping.
Right.
That woman's face is always good. The internet never
forgets.
Nobody
didn't even blur the daughter's face to say, okay, let's not even know who she is. The person.
I'm coming. That is the grand finale, honey. Listen, nobody is. A lot of people are not going to go back to that your apology video, and that is medicine after death, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, the gravest mistake, as you who knows the rights of a child, you committed the biggest blunder, in my opinion.
Because you know,
brandished a young child's face. You have deprived her of the right to protection. You have deprived her of a right to privacy as a child.
Because she's less than 18.
You have brandished her face on social media, and again, this is the kind of thing that would lead a child to depression. It's the kind of thing that your mates will now laugh at you later
in school, saying, look at your mom, look at you.
It is very uncalled for. And this really, like Dr. Kona said, and I'm going to say again, think before you post is the lesson of this story. Don't think because social media is available to you that you can just brandish everything.
She didn't even stand a chance to even speak to the woman and ask her what is going on with you. As a woman herself who knows that, I mean, with the economy that we're in and things that have been going south, I mean, with food, 19,500 is. You didn't even ask her how much she was being paid. You didn't ask questions. You just assumed that the woman was going through her child with child labor.
You've been bringing the child all the time,
exactly.
And I've been warning you. And today I decided, even at that, brandishing that child's face was absolutely unacceptable. And putting out information that you didn't have a full grasp of was absolutely
unnecessary.
And then you come back and you want to make amends. There's only so much you can do. Well, the positive side of this is that upon this story, Tunde Onakoya, who is Nigeria's chess player, coach, champion, holds the Guinness
propagating
World Record
us, all
for
of
the
us,
longest marathon chess game. He has decided that he's going to sponsor that child
to the university,
so
up until she
that.
gets a tertiary institution, and I'm excited about that as well.
This is our last call. Hello, morning.
Yes, that woman was also guilty because her estate were the estate paying 19,500. So she's also among those laboring slave drivers.
Right.
You're paying the woman sweeping for you 19,500 and you're living in the same estate. But let's just forgive her. I'm sure she has learned her lesson.
Oh, I'm sure.
And we too.
I've learned our lessons. Yes.
Okay.
Think before posting. Don't just post because social media is available to you.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for saying that.
God bless you so much. Okay.
All right. This is pretty much all we bring to you on Family Matters.
Oh my gosh,
on
but Wednesday's going to be hot.
See, Wednesday's going to be hot. Don't go. Don't touch that dial.
Business Connect coming up next.
All righty.
DJ Ryder.